What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to day 66 of the Brute Strength series. Make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and help boost the algorithm so we can get to 1,000 subscribers and you guys will be able to get the free handstand push-up program. Without further, let's get into the session. So I started out with weighted chest to bar pull-ups, 3 sets of 5, and then an all-out set, of which I only managed to get 10. But what I realized is that when you start to swing with weight between your legs and the weight starts swinging around, it becomes really hard to pull optimally. As you'll see here on the AMRAP set, the first reps are really powerful. Sometimes the first rep feels as powerful as without any weight at all. And I know 2.5 kg isn't much, but it certainly made a difference. Right now you can see as soon as I start keeping with my legs, it starts swinging behind me. So it brings me out of the optimal lane in terms of how I want to pull. So I only got 10. So I think for the future, what I'm just going to focus on is just doing reps with no leg momentum at all. Also just to build pure power. I'm going to try that for a while. After that, I did a set without weight and was only managed to get 8. I was just fucking dead. But I know that would be the case because it's always the case when I do the pull-ups. For lateral raises then, I finally checked off 20 reps with the 16 kg dumbbells. So the form obviously isn't anything to brag about. I know it's really fast and I'm using a little bit of lean back, but it's still better than 99.9% of people that I see doing lateral raises. So 20 reps with 16 kg dumbbells. And you can see here from the side, I was unsure about these last 2 reps here, but you can see that they are actually up and in line with my shoulders. You'll see here the last one. I think this is the last one. It's on the same horizontal line as my shoulders. Yeah, here. Yeah. So I'm very, very content with that. I've had my sight on that goal for so long. And I thought I would be able to get it faster, but I'm probably really strong in lateral raises now. So, obviously 20 reps with 20 kg is not any easier accomplishment in the lateral raises, especially with this type of form. But now I'm going to move on to one arm lateral raises and then 45-degree leaning against the bench and just with super strict form. And you guys will see that on a coming video because I already did it today. This training is 4 days ago. And I tried it today and I've never felt my medial delts, side delts, whatever you want to call them, as much as with that variation. I used 12 kg dumbbells and took 3 or 4 seconds down on the eccentric and just did some sets of 6. But because of this difficulty in the stretch position and how much my side delts were isolated because I couldn't use any momentum at all, it went straight into the side delts. I've never experienced a connection to my side delts like that before. I don't even get it when I do 20 reps. Yeah, I start to feel something towards the last few sets, but in the first set it's not even that much. Then moved on to these against super strict flies. And as always, I don't know what it is with my chest and my pushing strength. I'm just even to get stronger every week in, week out. Unlike my pulling, it's just my chest, my shoulders, everything like that just keeps on improving every single time. So on this training, I managed to get 13 reps. And I think the first couple reps was a little bit too fast in terms of how I would have liked them to be. So I slowed it down here, going in to around the middle of the set. And just again, this angle here doesn't at all make it justice in terms of how deep these are. Because you can see my elbows get far below my shoulders, which they always should in flies. but you can see my forearms get like down and are like on the same line as my elbows, which means that my wrist and my hand is fucking deep. Like you don't see that often in flies. Like this angle shows it a little bit better, but when I show it from the other side, when I have the camera over at my legs, man, it looks so deep. And the stretch I get here, like when going so deep and having like perfect form, not cheating by bringing the arm in as the first thing in the bottom, is insane. The difficulty here is enormous. You guys know I have done 20 reps with 24 kg dumbbells, so I wouldn't say it's hard if it wasn't. Like you saw the first set, how difficult it was. I had to reset before the last rep in the top to get 13 reps with 20 kg dumbbells. And with the form I had before, like I would say I could probably do close to 30 reps with that form with 20 kg dumbbells. So being able to do like this here, that is wild. And I think one thing that is just like so difficult about this form, the slow eccentric, and the insane range of motion, is that it gives such a long time on attention. Like when I do like a set of 13 here, it's 1.5 minutes. Like that is actually wild when you think about it. That's like 7 seconds per rep. So from this angle, you can see how deep I'm actually getting. Like here already I'm as far down as people, but it just keeps on going down. It's actually insane. But the funny thing is, like when you get used to this, the stretch in the chest kinda doesn't feel that insane. Like it's always relative. Like some people feel a huge stretch in their chest just from doing Romanian deadlift, but for me that's like nothing. And I don't even feel a huge stretch when I do my deep good mornings. So yeah, I think this next rep is the last one I do here. You can see like how much emphasis I have on the eccentric on this one. My arms are always almost locked, so really grindy rep. But again, even though it becomes so hard, the form remains intact and the arms stay straight. No initiation of the movement with the biceps. So that is actually the thing that I'm most proud about in terms of the execution of these reps. Then I moved on to ring flies, and again like super good stuff here. Overall, feeling really good. Elbows are totally back to where they was before. So I went back to ring flies again. I just feel like I want to be able to do full reps with like arms straight the whole way through for like reps. So I managed to do like 7-ish reps here, but you can see they become a little bit more chest, like triceps dominant. The further I go, which is fine, it's almost like a drop set, and then I just go straight into push-ups before I end the set. So I managed to tick off all 12 reps in the first set, but you'll see as I approach the second set and the third set and the fourth set, I'm not able to stay up because unlike dumbbell presses, when you're doing ring push-ups, the top position is absolutely difficult, especially when you are tired already. You can't just rest in the top when your arms are shaking. You have to stabilize, but you can do so with dumbbells, and that is one of the reasons why this is just, first of all, much more brutal, and I find it much more fun, but also why it's just like much like harder and gives you such a huge pump. Because we all know that like when we're doing blood restricted training, it's basically when you're just like pumping blood in with short range of motion training where you are in the log out position. That is how you get a huge pump which is also how we like stay injury free. So the fact that I have to like work so hard, even at the top with the rings, I think is what gives me that pump that I don't get at all with like dumbbell flies. And don't get me wrong, like when I do a 1.5 minute set with dumbbell flies, it's definitely hard and I definitely feel my chest working. I'm not saying that I don't do that, but comparing it to ring flies and ring push-ups, it's a whole different story. Like I'm also working past failure here because if you're just saying that it flies, I'm gonna do, and I go into push-ups, like one superset, it would be the same thing as if I did a superset or giant set of doing all the like a mechanical drop set where I do all the dumbbell flies that I could, and then I just bring it into to dumbbell presses and just keep on going just to bring the rest of the juice out of my chest, but especially my triceps as well. That is essentially what I'm doing with these. And here I just attempted one rep with like arms locked, but I was dead at this point. I could only do like one like fly at this point. You can see here like it becomes just worse and worse and worse. And I bring my arms in really fast to use my triceps more and just generally make it a whole lot easier. And yeah, like I got like 4 reps in I think here before I like failed. Yeah, I have 5 left at this point. So I had to take a really decent amount of rest to be able to pull them off. But man, I gotta say, like I think rings might be the most versatile piece of equipment that you can get. And whenever I do stuff on the rings, like I'm contemplating using them even more for like pull-ups and stuff. I just feel insanely good whenever I do them because you can adjust them to your body by rotating them however you like. So if you're not using rings in your training, you gotta start doing it. That is all for day 66. I'll be ready with some good videos over the weekend. So see you guys. I'm out.